Middle America can leave a lasting impression. Take, for instance, this past week when Bill Goldberg returned to his hometown to host the Extreme Fight Night after party at the Hard Rock Casino. Before our interview, Goldberg told us it was his honor to do anything for Tulsa, which makes my job a cinch. Bill dishes on his pro wrestling past, his roots, and what's next.
He's got him up!
So you get a chance to work with the biggest names in professional wrestling during really its heyday. I mean, in both federations. Tell me about guys that maybe they're memorable to you, that stick with you now. It's a few years past.
You know, first and foremost, I was lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. I had the right look. I had the right gimmick, and fortunately, I had the right guys wanting me to beat them up. It was an interesting part of my life. Growing up here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the last thing I ever thought I would be is a professional wrestler by any stretch of the imagination. Anybody who knew me back in the day, football.
He was one of the biggest stars in WCW and WWE. Bill Goldberg won over millions of fans with his in-ring persona. He's even played Santa Claus and put his own little spin on it.
Why, I'm just trying to spread a little Yuletide fear.
Despite all the fame and fortune, for him, nothing beats coming back home.
I've been around the world. I've lived around the country. I've wrestled in the smallest venues. I wrestled in the largest venues. But truthfully, the best part of my life, other than the fact that I'm married and have a 5-year-old little boy right now, was growing up here in Tulsa. I just love coming back here. People are so gracious. It's a wonderful place. It brings back great memories, and the food's awesome.
I got to know about this tweet. You said you're back.
Budweiser made me do it.
Okay, I got to know. I mean, what can you take us inside here? Budweiser made you do it. What's going on with Goldberg?
Budweiser made me go out there and announce it prior to. I really should have announced it the proper way. I'm in negotiation right now to wrestle out of the country in a big humanitarian effort. It's an event in Africa, and we were invited by the president of the Congo, and you're just going to have to follow Ed Goldberg on Twitter to know anything more, man. But
Rumble in the Jungle, maybe? Something like that?
Rumble in the Jungle 2, actually.
Okay.
The reality is I'm not doing anything just to get back in the ring. Mm-hmm. I could go to the WWE and do that, and I wouldn't have to fly 36 hours to go to Africa. Right. But the reality is that if I do want to get back in one more time to let my son watch me do what I do, then it has to be involved with something much bigger. Am I going to be there 100%? No. Am I in negotiations? Absolutely.
Vince McMahon, is he as intimidating as he is on TV and even in the interviews we see on Dateline NBC when he's getting interrogated about steroid use and things like that? I mean, what was it like to work for Vince McMahon?
I can't really say anything positive about the man. It's like working for a carny. It's like working for a carny who's driven only by his ego. Business is out the window, as evidenced by what he did with my character. So I don't have a positive thing to say about that guy.
Well, I was going to challenge you to a push-up contest, but you'd probably kill me.
No, man, but look at my hands. I mean, it's really hard for me to push on these things because...
He's making excuses.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll do a military press contest with you. See how many times I can military press you, and you see how many times you can military press me. That a deal?
I'll let you...
Rock and roll.
If you want to
win.
Good enough. Bill Goldberg, thank you so much.
Pleasure, man.
Have a good night. It's all for us. We'll see you same time tomorrow night.